Hello, my name is John. I'm the developer of BBall Stats, and I'd like to take a few minutes to show you how the application works. Best thing to do is go out to the site, bballstats.net, shown right here. Go down to the download button here and download. It's written in Excel, so I'll save it to the desktop. It's fairly small download. Take just a few seconds, and it's downloaded. And let's launch it then. You want to enable macros, and the first thing you're presented with are the license agreement. It's kind of the standard stuff, and if you agree, which I encourage you to, just do there and click OK, and you're allowed to use for up to 7 days a fully functional version of BBall Stats. And if you choose to keep it beyond that point, you can purchase an activation code back at bballstats.net. Okay, let me quickly show you how the application works. On every screen there's a basketball, so if you choose, you can use that as your navigation aid, or you can just go down here and click on the tabs. So if you see a basketball or stump, just click on it. To create a game, what you do is first pick the opposing teams. If you want to create a new team, you click there, enter the information, and save. But I'm just going to use the existing teams that are pre-loaded. Demo Team A versus Demo Team B, and I'm going to pick B as the home team. Pick the date of the game, and here you have the option of either recording the time on the game clock when player substitutions occur or not. If you choose to, then in your summary stats you see how many minutes each player played. It's a little more work to do that though, and some people choose not to, in which case you don't see that stat in the summary stats. Let's go with the default and create the scoring sheet. Click there. It says you really want to do it. The answer is yes. And then you're here. And this is a scoring sheet. First thing to do before we start the game is to set the lineups. Substitute players, you click on a player and then right click on his substitution. So if number 10 is not starting the game, but Kirk, number 34, is, select 10, right click on Kirk, and you see the changes occurred. And at any point you can also click here if you want to sort the players. There's more dramatic change in lineup from the top 5. Again, these top 5 slots are the ones that are actually on the court at any time. Then you click here, change lineup, and you click 5 players that are in fact going to be in the lineup. And after you've done that, you click set lineup, and all those changes occurred. Okay, the lineups are set. Let's just start the game. Click here, it says do you really want to start a game, and the answer is yes. And all the starting players are entered into the log area down here. All events that occurred during the game are logged, and so you have a complete record of what's occurred. The way it works, the way you enter events into BBall Stats, is to select the player that's making the action, and then the action. So in this case, Frisbee, let's say he blocked a shot. Click here, and you see that immediately occurs down here in the log. Let's pick Johnson, and say he takes a shot and makes it from here. Did that by right-clicking. If I left-clicked, it would be an open icon, and he would have missed the shot. And you see immediately the scoring is all done for you. And you have statistics down here that for all players that are checked over here in these little check boxes, then you see the cumulatives, the aggregate statistics for all those players who are checked. And you can also do this by period. So if you only want to have see the statistics for a particular period, then you can click, say, none, and then period 3, and it'll show you here the statistics for period 3 during the current game. Let me go over to a game that's already been played and show you another feature. Here we have a lot of statistics, and notice that I have shots in the shot chart for both teams. If I only wanted to see it for one team, I can do that just by clicking these boxes. And what I wanted to show you here, though, is that out of the 37 points that were scored, you can see here a distribution of those points across players. But what if you wanted to see how the 3-point shots were distributed across players? All you do is click on the statistic that you want to distribute, And you immediately see here how that statistic, 7 out of 10 shots, is distributed across all the players. And then to get, say we wanted to see blocks, the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Click there and you see that the 2 blocks are distributed as shown. And you can get rid of that by just going back, clicking on the yellow, and it turns it back into a points column. So it's a very powerful way to see instantaneously stats for any combination of players, any combination of periods. Let me go back over to the game that we started, and I'm just going to end it very quickly. Well, let me show you a substitution. Let's say we're in started period 2, then we started period 3, and during this period there's a substitution. Say Johnson is replaced by Cosby. Select Johnson, right click on Cosby. It brings up the game clock and says what is the time on the game clock, and let's enter 5:23 and click OK. And notice immediately that that entry is made down here, and the starting lineup or the players on court is adjusted appropriately. Okay, let me end this game. Go over here, started 4th quarter, played out the 4th quarter, no events, just to make things fast. And I'm going to end the game. It says, do you really want to? Notice when I click OK here that this tab, which was white up to now, will turn red, which means it's a completed game. And also I'm going to go to Summary Stats, this tab, and show you that all games that have been ended, that have been completed, you can see statistics for them on this tab. And the way you see statistics is you first pick the team you're interested in seeing statistics on, and then you either pick you want to see statistics by player, or you want to see statistics by game. Let's say we want to see them by player for all games. So looking at Demo Team B, statistics for all games played, and you see very quickly that there's all the statistics. Say Merrill on Team B played in 2 games, the amount of time he played, and what his statistics are in aggregate for those games. We could have looked here for a particular game, and that breaks out for Merrill the specifics for that particular game. And let me just flip here and show that you can show this by period. So if you want to see statistics by period, that's very easily done just by toggling back and forth. If we had chosen to go over here when we entered the screen, we could have picked a particular player, say Krieger, and we see all the games that number 5 Krieger played in and the statistics for that. And if you click down here, you see averages. In this case, he only played in 1 game, so the average is the same as the second row, but this gives you an easy way to see averages across all the games that that particular player played in. Okay, let's just go back here to the game we created. I think I pretty well showed you all the features. I really encourage you to go out and download the application and try it out. And thank you very much for watching the video.